So you're probably aware there have been more ACT changes in the last 5 years than probably any 5-year period in the last 20. And so what I want to do in this video is just unlock a few of those changes and show you which ones matter most and what you need to know about them. So on the ACT, the 3 things that are most significant changed are, first, the reading test. So when you look at the reading test, what you're going to find is a transition where at least one of the reading passages is now split into 2 passages. And so what you have there is the students are now required to synthesize both passages and then compare and contrast within that passage. So one thing to think about, if you're looking at classroom work, is just how can we have students on a regular basis compare and contrast and synthesize different pieces of information in context together. The second big change is in science. When you're looking at the science test, the main thing that's different here is predictability. It used to be a very predictable test, but now it's less predictable in knowing how many questions per passage there are, and even exactly which kinds of passages and how many passages there will be on the science test. And one of the other changes, though the ACT hasn't said it publicly yet, it's a trend we've been noticing, is that students are actually required to have slightly more outside science knowledge than they used to have. And so it's just something to think about as you're looking at the science test. Keep in mind. And finally, the third big change and shift is how it's scored. And saying how it's scored is even not accurate because it's really just a representation of scores and how they look. And so instead of sub-scores, the ACT now releases reporting categories. So there are percentile ratings for each student's reporting categories, and these are related directly with the college and career readiness standards that the ACT releases. So if you're at all familiar with that language, you're going to see very similar language in the reporting categories. And they also have released a STEM score, which was never the case before. We all know how important STEM is in the world of education these days, and so they've combined the math and science score and created a STEM score for every student on the ACT. Here's the deal. At the end of the day, these changes are more in relationship to the form of the test than the function of the test. Other than the slight split passage change on the reading, there's really no major change, and so just keep doing what you've always done and help your students in the content areas that you're equipped to help them in, and push them to get help in the strategic elements of understanding this test and how to beat it.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. At Torch Prep, we are obsessed with making the ACT open doors for kids, not close them. So if you're interested in working with Torch Prep to raise ACT scores, whether you're a student, a parent, or an administrator, go to torchprep.com to get some information about our programs and our partnerships. Also, check out the other videos we have on this channel. There's lots of great resources to help you maximize your ACT score.